It's beef brisket, a super cheap cut from the breast of the cow. It's underused in the UK, but loved by our American cousins, and used for incredible deli cuts like pastrami and succulent salt beef. The key to beef brisket is to cook it low and slow to make it tender, and I've got a delicious barbecue-style recipe for dinner. We're creating barbecue-style beef brisket with crunchy coleslaw and sweet potato wedges, which will be right up her street. Holly! Now, you love barbecues, right?
Yes.
So, you're going to help me barbecue this delicious piece of brisket. Brisket, look at it. Beautiful. It's a very tough cut of meat, so it needs to be cooked slowly so it gets really nice and tender.
Are we barbecuing it outside?
We're going to actually put the barbecue flavour on there, but we're going to cook it in the oven. Okay? So, mustard powder. Okay? Here, we have some celery seed. Next, a little bit of salt in there. Okay, what's this here?
Cumin.
2 again. Nice. Good. Now, this one.
Cayenne pepper.
Absolutely right. Right, 2 teaspoons of that in there as well. Good. Now what I want you to do, fresh pepper on there. I'll give that a little mix. Roll up your little sleeves, and then I want you to rub all that spice into the brisket. Almost like you're massaging it in there. Good girl. Come on, Holes, get your hands nice and flat on there. Good girl. Now that's nice and coated, okay? In the spice. So, gas on, roasting tray on. What we've got to do now with all those spices is sear them in. A couple of tablespoons of olive oil into the tray. Well done.
Very good.
That's getting nice and hot now. You get your brisket, all that spice. Lay that in there nicely. Okay, so now we'll start colouring it. As you start to sear in, you smell those spices?
Yep.
All that spice left on the plate, we're going to use, yeah? I want you to get the onions, nice and carefully, slice them down. Not too thin, but just like you're chopping them. Take your time. Smell all those spices now? Good girl. Thank you.
I'm gonna wash my hands so I can rub my eyes.
Damn, Holly. Was homework that bad?
The onions.
Oh, no. Don't rub your eyes. Don't rub your eyes. We've got the colour. Look, on the brisket, OK?
Yeah.
Take that out, literally for 30 seconds. OK? Onions into the tray, please. Nice. You see it's starting to smell slightly barbecue-y already. Give that a little stir. Nice. Now, 1 nice tablespoon of brown sugar.
What does the brown sugar do, Dad?
So the brown sugar, you're going to start caramelising the onions. Right, from there, my bay leaves in, please. Good girl.
Oh?
Yes, please. Right, do you want to take over?
Sure.
Good, careful, that tray is very, very hot. A tablespoon of tomato puree. Roast that off at the bottom of the tray. Really rub it in amongst the onions. Good girl. Now, look at the colour of those onions. Right, now, time for a little drink. For the brisket. OK, 1 bottle of beer in, please. So you go in, you put yours in there, I'll put mine here.
Dad!
Good health to you and your brisket. Good health. Bring that to the boil. OK, now, this is where it gets really exciting. I want you to lift the brisket up and put it on top of the onions. In she goes. Good girl. And then, I want you to pour the stock all the way around, please. I'm using beef stock, but it will work with chicken stock or even vegetable stock. Once the stock has come to the boil, cover tightly with foil. You just pinch in the ends, batten that down, and then you just twist all the way. So that's nice and tight. That's the hard work done.
Thank you.
Simply pop it in the oven for 3.5 hours, and as it cooks, you can get on with the side dishes. First job, sweet potato wedges with some serious flavour. Start by making a spice mix. In a dry pan, toast coriander seeds until beautifully aromatic. Then put them in a pestle and mortar, add salt and grind. Next, smoked paprika, dried oregano, cayenne pepper, and mix. Spice mix done.
Now simply cut your sweet potatoes into wedges. Toss in olive oil and thoroughly cover with the spice mix. Onto a baking tray and into a preheated oven for 30 minutes, turning halfway. Irresistible sweet potato wedges are ready. Now to finish off my beef.
See that smell? Just sort of travels everywhere. Oh. Now, look at that. So we're gonna leave that to rest.
What does resting mean?
Resting means where you've cooked a joint and you just leave it to relax. So it'll make the meat so much more tender. Okay? Right, coleslaw. Traditionally, you would mix slaw with what?
Mayonnaise.
That's right, mayonnaise. This time, we're gonna do it a little different. So I'd like you to put the yogurt into the bowl for me, please, all of it. I'll start slicing the white cabbage and the red cabbage. Now, from there, a nice tablespoon of mustard in there, please. Give that a nice mix up. Nice little touch of salt and pepper. Okay. Now, a little cider vinegar. So a little splash of cider vinegar in there, okay? As I shred this,
Yeah.
okay, I'd like you, please, then to get the red cabbage and just open up into that and mix it in at the same time. And then you fold that in there as I start shredding. See how it's coming together?
Yeah.
Right, that's all the red cabbage. Now, for the white. So, you've got that nice vinegary tartness to the slaw, and the yogurt keeps it nice and fresh. Last little bit in. One more little thing. So, we put some nice chopped fresh chives in there, and that will give it this nice, light onion flavour. So, chives in. How's that? Now taste it with the chives in there. Delicious. So, I would like you to fill up the bowl. I'm going to very carefully lift out my brisket.
How come it shrunk?
It's been in the oven for nearly 3.5 hours. So it's been cooked slowly. That sits on there. Oh, my goodness me. Let me just show you what this looks like. I'll start slicing it. We'll see how soft. Look at that. And here's the thing about helping Daddy cook. Here's the perk. You get to taste it first before anybody.
That is so good.
That tastes delicious. So you've got all that wonderful flavour in there.
Last job is to create an incredibly quick and delicious sauce. Gas on and reduce the spicy juices and onions the beef cooked in. Then add in cider vinegar and you've got a brilliant tangy barbecue sauce.
That,
Smells nice.
doesn't it? Wow. That is brisket and a half. Now the rest of it can go in the gravy pot. And that's a really nice, rich, spicy barbecue onion gravy. That, my darling, is the perfect way to serve brisket. Right, you ready? If you carry the sweet potato for me, I've got the brisket. Wow. Let's go, darling. Well done, by the way.
Thank you.
This is a real American beauty. Gorgeous, low and slow cooked barbecue beef brisket with sweet potato wedges and yogurt coleslaw.